2 years.
You know, and we've been talking for, what, month and a half, 2 months up there, not enough rain, not enough going on. Well, they've been under flash flood watches about every afternoon for the past week or so. So we've definitely seen a return to the precip. In fact, you'd have thought I actually looked at what you were doing before leading into me when I give you the Durango mountain cam. Sadly, it's just a coincidence, but take a look right here. We do have some storms that pushed their way through earlier around the Four Corners area, and by later on this afternoon and evening, you can see the clouds starting to dissipate and a nice evening on the way. But we do still have storms across the area, and we do still have watches and warnings out there. What we've got here is a flood watch, once again, in that same area where we saw the slides here. That will continue through tonight. Wouldn't be surprised to see them reissue it tomorrow. Across the southwest quadrant of the state, we also have a flash flood watch here, too. That will go through tomorrow, and a flash flood warning in Sierra County right now, and flood advisories out from the East Mountains up toward Las Vegas and in just north of Roswell, too. And here in the metro area, we don't have much going on right here in the city as far as the storms go, but we do have some just outside of town. 84 degrees for us right now. Winds out of the south at 17 miles an hour. Temperatures 70s and 80s to the north, down to the south, 60s, 70s, and 80s for us. Looking at satellite and radar here, what we've got is storms forming to the north, and most of the heavy stuff is across the south over Sierra County, continuing to push its way down to the south here. As we work over the next few hours, these storms are going to skirt on out of the state, but we are going to form some more, especially south central and southwestern sections of the state over the next couple of days here. And overall, it does look like the monsoon flow pattern will be in place for us, most likely tomorrow, Saturday, and probably Sunday before things start to change. We push high pressure back in here over the state, and that will calm things down. So here's how things shake out. We have our weather disturbance sitting over us, and we also have the monsoon flow pattern sort of set up nicely. So what will happen is this little area of low pressure essentially is just going to kind of skirt on out and dissipate for us, but then we'll start to draw the moisture up from the south once again, and we'll curl it across western and central sections here throughout the next few days. So those will be the favored areas from, say, the metro area, central mountain chains, whether it be the northern mountains all the way down to the Sacramentos, all the way out to the west. Those are your best shots for storms. Not that we can't get them across the southeast. You're just not going to see the same volume of storms. So by tomorrow afternoon, some scattered storms develop for us once again, northern mountains, central sections, and out to the west. And then actually we see storms ramp up a little bit more on Saturday. By noon, you can see the coverage across central areas pretty good, and out to the west as well. And that will only continue to increase as we head into Saturday afternoon as well. So overall, we keep the relatively wet weather pattern in place. That includes the Four Corners, with temperatures in the 80s and 90s, scattered storms once again tomorrow afternoon, with temperatures pretty much remaining in the mid-80s in Durango, low 90s in Farmington, high 80s in Farmington, though, by Sunday. South and west, good chance of storms here for tomorrow once again. 70s and 80s, places like TRC, Silver City, likely to get wet again. South and east temperatures, for the most part, in the low 90s tomorrow. Just isolated storms here. So we have the flood watch a little farther to the west. To the east, you can see some spot storms, and then the heat becomes a factor once again Sunday into Monday. North and east temperatures here, for the most part, in the 80s. Spot storms as well. A little too far east to see the impact of a lot of that moisture. Northern mountains, partly cloudy, scattered rain for us, and that includes Santa Fe all the way through the weekend. Chance at those scattered showers with temperatures in the 80s. And then the East Mountains, temperatures for the most part going to be in the 70s and 80s. Scattered storms tomorrow, and we'll keep that going into Saturday. Same deal here in the metro. Scattered storms for tomorrow and through probably Saturday and Sunday before we start to see things dry out. And you'll notice by next week, we're back up into the mid-90s with the chance of showers going down.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Sports is next.
Live, love, rock, play.